Hello again and welcome to the Understanding Narcissists YouTube channel. This episode is going to be regarding what I call the narcissist net. And what I mean by net, when I say net, I don't mean internet, I mean like net, like crab net. It's hierarchical, it's got kind of an occupancy, and that is all the people in the different facets of their life. The personal and the professional will just take the most obvious cases, but there are others too. Other capacities, other roles people fill in their lives. Let's just take personal at the house and professional at work. I've described how narcissists are always trying to get more. It's a problem of, it's that void, it's a vacuum, it is a deficit. They always need more. More control, the better, because they've got that just bottomless pit, that void that's always desiring more control. It's always taking that their feelings of security away from them. That process, whatever it is, they're always going down. So they need to have that control, that environment. And oftentimes when they're down, unless there's a real crisis going on, something that really threatens them, they will often, as I've said, they'll appear happy, like things are just going stellar, swimmingly well, everything's great. They're doing fine. And that means really that they're not, and they're trying to find some way to exploit your weaknesses to gain control over you and others. And in particular, narcissists, also as a side note, narcissists understand that desperation is not something you want to convey. If you want, you never want to be desperate in your appeal to somebody, because it automatically kind of turns them away. Now there is an exception to that where it's really like pity, where narcissists and pity, which will probably be the subject of another video, where they can exploit that as well. But in general, they want to be the saviors, they want to be the heroes, they want to be the people at the very top. They're just fantastic. Great people, extraordinarily competent. And that is a better way to draw people in, because people like us are naturally weak. We feel bad about ourselves. We are going to be lulled in by these people. In kind of our stupor and daze, we will buy into all this stuff. That's who they're looking for. So they've got this net. They always want more. There's always a deficit. They're always in free fall with how they feel. They can't sustain themselves. They need people, and they're always going to be feeling worse. And so with those people around them in all facets of their life, there has to be a plentiful supply of people they can tap into. Now, there is a hierarchy, as I've discussed, which is the one, of course, the highest priority is the main supply, which I always kind of call the parent, because they basically have a parent-child relationship with them. And that is the person at home, the spouse, whatever. Kids too, family, that's the main stuff. It's going to be the spouse. They're dependent upon the spouse. Then there will be a relationship, a host of people professionally that they can also somewhat get by on, when they have to work. Because remember, they're going to be resentful of all that. They're going to be resentful of authority. They have appeal to authority. They try to use authority to manipulate you, but they, of themselves, they really despise authority when it's over them, because they should be the authority. They should be the ones in control. So they've got to have, on all these different environments that they're in, they've got to have, especially regularly, especially when it's a lifestyle, it's their daily lives, they got to have an ample supply of people to support them. So there's always trying to get more in that feed. They're always trying to get more people. And I was going to say they're not really discriminatory, but they are. They want to seek out, well, you know what? They don't. They aren't discriminatory. It's really that some people are discriminatory of them, and the people who end up in the net, the people who end up caught up, mangled in it or whatever, are going to be people like us who buy into it, who are naturally drawn to them, and that's the people they're going to really sit on and try to hold on to for a long time, because we're really suitable. We're a good match for them. We support them. So in that hierarchy, they're always trying to get more people. Like is there a maximum occupancy in the narcissist's life with the number of people that they need to control and lord over? I don't know. I've seen a lot of narcissists. As I've said, they are most effective in a family environment, and in particular, an environment where there's not like a ton of people. So maybe there is a limit to how much they can really exercise over people at once. I do know that their method of control is extremely personal and intimate in itself. And so in order to really do that and get their kicks, so to speak, they have to manipulate people on an individual basis and really, control them, because that's where they're going to get what they want. They don't just want to fool a crowd of people. They like to do that, but that's not what they want. They want to drive a stake through your heart, really really pull your soul out of you and emotionally kill you and emotionally murder you. And it's hard to do that in an environment with a crowd. So they're always trying to add more people. I think they have a pretty great occupancy, because it's mostly just that they need to find the weakest people to hold on to. They really set the bar low. I'm not trying to speak ill of you or myself, but the people who are most vulnerable to them, that's the people they're going to hold on to, like I said. And I don't think there are a lot of those people. There's a lot of people like us, but there are also plenty who don't put up with a narcissist and so aren't really suitable, aren't a match for them. And so I always find that it's really the people who just didn't turn them down, the people that are in their lives. It's because they accept the narcissist in their life. It'll appear the opposite, as I've said many times before, that it'll look as if they are putting up with you. You are a part of their life, and they are choosing to accept you because they're such a generous person that they're going to deal with you. And it is such an honor to be friends with them because they are so fantastic. So this notion that they are being tolerant of us and accepting of us despite our flaws is a total, just absolutely backwards. They are the ones who are a part of our lives. They're the ones who infiltrated our lives. We are putting up with them whether we know it or not. And it has nothing to do with how tolerant anybody is. It's really to what extent they tolerate abuse. That's really what's going on. And there are a number of people who, for other reasons, are just incompatible with narcissists and don't put up with them. And also, more importantly, narcissists kind of pass over them because they don't offer a ample source of supply. They don't support them. And so that idea in and of itself is really profound and insightful in explaining to you and really showing you firsthand why the people in the narcissist life, why they're there and why you're there. So this kind of always reaching out, always trying to find more people, of course, and always, particularly, here's how I'm going to close the video. This is really important. Narcissists always have people lined up behind you. If you do happen to be in a position where you're kind of a front runner and you're seeing them on a daily basis, if you were to go, they have somebody to slide right in because they need people all the time. That's where you notice all the people they befriend on the outside, the people they know at the supermarket, the grocery store, and other places that they kind of chat with and talk up. Narcissists don't really make friends. The people they know but they don't really hang out with, that you know of, those are the people who are in line and potential. They like to have a kind of, back pay of potential people to step in if something were to go awry or if something were to go wrong. And so they've got to keep that pipeline filled. Pipeline's got to be flush with people to give them what they want. So they're always trying to find that. It's kind of a people stock in order to keep them supplied so they can continue living. Because if they run out of people, especially if the main supply leaves, it's code red. I've seen it. And they need to find somebody right away. So I hope this video was insightful. I hope you like it. Like it if you do. Share it with somebody you think would benefit from it. Comment in the comment section below. Thank you for watching so much, and I'll see you at the next episode. Bye.